if you're new to my channel, my name is Selma, and on here I talk about books. I'm doing my makeup right now because today I'm going to a book market. I think I've been to maybe a couple, but it has been a while. I'm really excited. I'm hoping to do some filming, but we'll see. I'm hoping to buy some books too. If I do, I will definitely show you guys. From what I've seen, I don't know how big your usual book market is, but this one is huge. It has over 300 stands, I think, and it's not that far actually, but the one annoying thing is that I do have to travel for like over an hour, even though it usually takes me like maximum 40 minutes, because there are some construction works on the train tracks happening, and basically going a roundabout way of getting there. In terms of makeup, today I don't think I'm gonna do too much. You know what? I tell myself I'm gonna wear a little bit of makeup every time, and then I still end up putting on more than I intended. But I'm gonna get ready, and then we're gonna go to the book market. Hello everyone, I thought I would do a little voiceover just to talk to you about my train ride because it was interesting. So first of all, my train left late. I had to switch trains like halfway through my journey, but because of my train leaving late, I missed the second train, so that was great. I sort of already knew that when I entered the train, so I was just kind of like, oh well, I'll just read on the train, I'll be fine. I was a little annoyed though. Also here's me showing my outfit. It's not that special, but yeah. Also, can I just say, filming this in the train was super embarrassing. I was very lucky that it was very quiet in the cabin that I was in, but yeah, I felt very awkward. So here's me waiting because I missed the train. Yeah, I mean, that's not really something that can be helped, and I mean, I caught the second train, so that was fine. And I was able to get there in the end. It just took me a little longer than it usually does. Here's some footage that I took at the book market. It was lovely. It was quite busy actually. Yeah, it was just lovely, but then it started raining, and yeah, it ended early, sadly. Well, as you could probably tell from the footage, I didn't have a lot of footage, due to many reasons. Firstly, the weather was definitely something. So the day started out okay-ish, although I will say, I felt kind of cold in the morning and it was pretty windy, but I was like, I'll be fine. Then around like between 2 and 3 p.m. the weather was getting a little warmer, and then around 3:45 or something, maybe even earlier actually, it started raining, and at some point it started pouring to the point that people were, you know, cleaning up their stands because the books, you know, you don't want water damage on your books. So it did end early, and also I felt really awkward filming. I thought for some reason that we weren't allowed to film there, but in hindsight, I don't know why I thought that. I saw some signs that had like a camera on them, but that was completely different, something else that I only realized later. But and I don't know, I was like, oh, maybe because people are selling like antique things, maybe that's why, but no, filming and taking photos is totally fine. But I only realized that in hindsight, and again, I felt really awkward filming in public. Maybe that is motivation for me to go to book fairs / markets more often and work on my social anxiety. I don't know. I did buy some books that I want to show you guys. 2 of them are in Dutch, 1 of them is in English. So the first book that I got was The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. I saw this one for like €2, which is an actual steal. There was one stand that was selling pocket-sized books. One was €2, I think even 3 for $5, but I only saw one that I really liked, so I just bought one. So this is a thriller but it sounds like also like mystery-ish. I'm just going to read the back of the book so you can get an idea of what it's about. Harvard professor Robert Langdon receives an urgent late-night phone call while on business in Paris. The elderly curator of the Louvre has been brutally murdered inside the museum. Alongside the body, police have found a series of baffling codes. As Langdon and a gifted French cryptologist, Sophie Neveu, begin to sort through the bizarre riddles, they are stunned to find a trail that leads to the works of Leonardo da Vinci and suggests the answer to a mystery that stretches deep into the vaults of history. Unless Langdon and Neveu can decipher the labyrinthine code and quickly assemble the pieces of a puzzle, a stunning historical truth will be lost forever. This sounds really cool, also because I'm seeing a lot of opinions about this book. Some people really like it, other people definitely don't. So that's why I'm pretty interested to see what I think of it. I'm just very curious, and the premise sounds very interesting. So that is another addition to my never-ending TBR. The other two books that I purchased are Dutch books by the author Kader Abdullah. It's actually, I think, a pseudonym. I forgot what his actual name is, but I read some of his work in high school. It was one of those authors that was like really part of like Dutch literature, and I've been wanting to read more of his stuff ever since. So firstly, he has made a translation of the Quran. For those who don't know, I am Muslim. I grew up Muslim and still am, and I have been wanting to really get into reading the Quran in my own language to like actually understand it. But it's really difficult to understand, and this seems like a translation that is bit more comprehensible, so I'm hoping that maybe this way I will be able to actually read it. Then I have a book that I don't know the English title of. I'm going to try to explain what this is about. This is about our main character who has a deaf father who wrote a book in his own, like, he came up with this writing system by himself. I'm so frustrated that it's hard for me to describe what the book is about. Oh my gosh. Never mind, that was a book that fell. But it's basically about our main character, and his father was deaf, and Ismail fled to the Netherlands, and after his father's death he gets this book that he has written in his own alphabet, and so he tries to make it readable and understand what is in this book, and I just think it sounds very interesting. I'm a little bit of a language nerd, as much as someone who does not study it can be. Like, I just think it's very interesting. So yeah, I overall really like his writing style from what the things I've read so far. Also, these are paperbacks, by the way, and I got this one for €6. This one, I don't remember exactly. It was either €5 or €6, but still pretty cheap, especially for a Dutch book, because I don't know why, but books from my own country are like really expensive. So that is what I got there. Again, the book fair was really lovely, and I'm really sorry I didn't get to film as much as I wanted to. I will try to do that next time, because I am also really kind of sad about it, and I don't know, it just feels kind of embarrassing to pull out your phone and be like, oh, can you just like wait a sec, I'm filming this for my channel, and then I'm making it bigger than it actually is, and I'm making it more of a problem than it actually is. But it was a really fun day. I saw that there's another book market next year in a city that is somewhat close to me, so I might visit that one too and take a look. It's also pretty big. I think there's over like 200 stands or something. And maybe the weather will be better. It'll be in August, like by the end of August, so maybe it'll be better. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this very short vlog that I wish was longer, but you know, we still got some footage. Let me know if you go to book fairs often, because I think for me this was my first time actually going to one. It was really nice, and it was lovely to see so many people. Like, you really had something for everything. There were like all sorts of genres, different languages. I think I even saw some French and German books, and some in Japanese too. You know, there was young adult, there were children's books, there were adult books, there were thrillers, romance, fantasy. I think I saw even some manga around, and it's also just great to see how how passionate people are about books, and it's lovely. There were also some bookstores nearby that I took a look at, and I almost bought Check-in Made by Ali Hazelwood, but I did not, because it was not a good idea. I was here for the book fair, not the bookshelves. I hope you liked today's or this week's video. Let me know what you think. Give it a like if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed and maybe want to see more, you can subscribe to my channel. Also, I'm really sorry for the background noise. They're doing construction work outside for some reason, and I literally cannot film at another time today, so we'll have to deal with it. I'm really gonna go now. Hope you have a nice day. Take care of yourself. You can follow me on my socials as well if you want to. I have Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads and Storycraft as well, so I will have that link below. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.